I am your host, Allie Burns, and today I'm going head-to-head with Mr. Kurt Alexander, expert handicapper, and the guy that beat me again last week.
Yeah.
Hi, Kurt. How's it going?
Hi, Allie. I wanted to change the name of this show to Total Domination.
Hey, I won one time. Okay? But next week, you're going to have to pick on someone your own size because Sean Higgs is going to be on the show and you two are going to go head to head. And I'm going to be more of a mediator in this.
All right. Can't wait. Sean will be more than welcome to come take a shot at the championship. Where's the crown?
I know. I'm working on the crown.
I want your crown from last week now. Now I want your crown. If you're going to bring the crown out, now I want the crown.
The tiara. All right. Well,
the tiara.
You guys at home, we are going to go through every game on the NFL card and let you know what our picks are. Yeah, we do this every week. Kurt is pretty dominant over me. I've won once, but here's to changing things up again. If you are looking for some premium picks on the Picks and Parlays site, we do have a promo code this week. It's Masters. So type that in. It'll save you 20% off of anything on the site. And also, if you're one of our commenters out there, feel free to tap in, leave us a message, let us know who you are, where you're from, who do you like today, and what you think about our picks. Are we nuts? Are we sharp? What's going on in your neck of the woods? All right, Kurt, are you ready for this?
Let's go, Allie. Round 10 or whatever. Week 10. Let's do it.
Week
I don't
10.
know what round
I think
it is.
it's our round 6
is
what it is.
Is this round 6?
We
Okay.
did have another losing week last week. We were close, but it was 2, 3, and 2 with our consensus picks. So
okay.
2 in a row. We got to step up the game.
You need to jump in the car with me with some of these picks, Allie.
I'm trying.
All right. Let me see if I could convince you this week.
All right. Okay. So our first game is the Eagles at the Giants. The number is 44.5. So go ahead, Kurt. Kick it off.
Okay, Allie, I've talked about this game a couple times already. I'm taking this game under the total of 43.5. And it just comes down to, I saw how they played the first game and too many missed opportunities. Too many 2-point conversions that weren't converted, or 2-point conversion attempts that weren't converted, 4th down attempts to keep drives going that weren't converted, Danny Dimes tripping. If they didn't score, do you understand? Like, he could have fell and they could have been held to a field goal or maybe a missed field goal and points would have been taken off the board. So I think these teams try even harder to not put points on the board than they actually do to put points on the board. It's just the way it turns out. I'm taking this game under. One quick thing with this Eagles team, they have like 6 or 7 players coming back for this game. You have Alshon Jeffrey making his first start, Sanders coming back. The total doesn't move. You have all these players coming back for the Eagles from injury, and the spread doesn't really move. I'm taking this game under. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference from what happened the first game. I'm going under the 44.5.
All right. Well, we're already disagreeing with each other because I went over and I did kind of go back and forth on it. But the first time they played, it was 22-21. Philly won in Philly. So, I mean, right. I know we can get there. The Giants just coming off, they lost a close one, but now they're coming off of a win against Washington. They're feeling good. Eagles have won 2 in a row. I think they're feeling good. So I think this can sneak over the total. Call me crazy, if you will.
Okay, crazy, if you will.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Okay, so up next, we've got the Jaguars at the Packers. The number here is 49. I lost the game. I took this one under. I don't see Jacksonville scoring more than like 10 points here. And I think Aaron Rodgers does his thing and puts numbers on the board. I just can't see a lot coming out of the Jacksonville offense here. So I'm going to roll with this one under.
Allie, I'm going to jump in the car with you on that one. I'm also going to take this game under. Weather. I think we're noticing, if you've noticed on a lot of the games on this card, you had an initial total when the lines first came out, and you're seeing a drastic drop in numbers. And what I will tell you that does is it leaves you wide open for missing the best number. So, for example, here we have this game that opened up at 54 and now it's dropped all the way down to 50, 49 and a half. If you were somebody that liked the under, maybe the 54 and a half was the better number. But now you've missed that number completely. So now it's at 49 and a half, leaves you kind of open for sneaking over the 49 and under the 54. But in this case, I think weather's going to play a major factor. We have Luke Luton making his second start this week. I don't believe Minshew will be available. And the best player on the Jaguars is the running back. So run the ball. Hopefully keep Aaron Rodgers and that offense off the field, and let's get some bad weather there to help get this game under that total.
Keeping it under.
Keeping it under.
The Undertaker. Goodnight Munchie agrees with the over in the Eagles game. Just saying.
All right.
Munchie and I, we got it going on here, okay? So up next, it's my home team, the Houston Texans at the Cleveland Browns, and that number is 46. So what do you got, Alexander?
Allie, this is another game that we've seen a drastic move in the total. What did it open up at? 55, and now it's down to 49. Cleveland, I remember games way like years ago in the past where you'd have these snowstorms in Cleveland, and it's just under. It has under written all over it. You're going to have bad weather. You're going to have terrible wind. Field goal kickers are going to have a tough time. The quarterbacks are going to have a tough time. I'm not saying that this is going to be that kind of game, like the weather's going to get that bad. But when you see a drop in the number like this, it definitely can't be because of the defense on this Texans side. Like, what is going on with that Texans defense? Watt wants out of there. He wants to play for a contender. So that's basically Watt telling us that, hey, this team's in rebuild mode right now. I believe their running back is going to be out for the game. The one that they traded their best wide receiver for, yeah, he's not going to be playing this game. I like this game to go under the total as well. Just from Cleveland's defense is playing a little better, and I saw that game between them and the Raiders. Do you remember that one? Yeah, field goals were getting taken to the right. They were flying to the left. Nothing was going in. Yeah, I like this game under that total. I think that's too high a number.
Well, I'm getting in the car with you on this one because I agree. Yeah, Myles Garrett for the Browns is beyond. Like, he's a contender for Defensive Player of the Year, 8 games, 9 sacks, 4 forced fumbles. Cleveland allows over 260 yards a game in the air. I get that. But Deshaun Watson is just such a one-man show. And, I mean, it's like they have all these guys, and they just can't make them get on the same page. So yeah, they're rebuilding. I did go a little bit back and forth with it, but I am going to take that game under the total.
Nice.
All right. So up next we have the Bucks at the Panthers. The number here is 50 and a half. What did I do here? I took this one under. The divisional matchup. I think the Bucks offense looked kind of confused and stunned against the Saints. And the Bucks defense is a lot better than they showed against the Saints. And also, I think the Panthers have McCaffrey out again. So I am going to use all of that information and take the game under the total.
Allie, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to jump in the car with that under as well. This is one of those numbers that we see the opening line at 47 and it moves to that 50. You remember that 50 number I was telling you about?
Yeah.
You know, 49 gets you right under the 50. I think that it's moved up that much that we've missed the better number at 47. Okay, so I think 47 was the better number. You could have probably got 48 in this game. No McCaffrey. And all year it's been no McCaffrey for the Carolina Panthers. It's been the Teddy Bridgewater show.
Yep.
But they just operate differently. You saw a difference in the offense last week when McCaffrey was in there. It was like McCaffrey left, McCaffrey right, McCaffrey screen pass. Now the Carolina Panthers are going to have to be a little more tactical. They're going to have to run a little more clock, keep Mr. Brady and the bunch off the field. I like this game to go under the total.
All right. So we agree again. Maybe I'm learning something from you, Kurt. Holy moly. Holy moly. So up next we have the Broncos at the Raiders. That number is 50.5. Get it.
Allie, dome, sweet dome. I think this game goes over the total. We have another division rival. And as I said before in previous videos, the defenses just aren't there this year. They're just not. And even though this is a game that I think the Broncos will struggle with, you have Mr. Drew Lock and that young offense coming to town against the Raiders and their high-flying offense. And I like this game to go over this total. I think 51, 50. I think that's just a little too low for this division rivalry. I like it over the total.
I am with you on this one as well. Denver's last 5 game totals were 61, 61, 59, 30, and 65. Raiders' last 5 were 57, 22, 65, 72, 53. Carr is a vet now. He's coming into his own. He's moving the ball up the field efficiently. And the Broncos kind of have an advantage here because the Raiders don't play very well at home. So I think, bingo, bango, bongo, they're going to come at each other. And I like it to go over that total.
Nice.
I do. Up next, we have the Bills at the Cardinals. That number is 56.
Allie, that number opened up at 49.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. And it jumped, that's an entire touchdown in the total. I don't know who scored that touchdown, but I like this game to go over. Even I don't think they made it high enough. We have a very good buddy of ours that's a Bills fans, and I have some still in Canada. And I just want to know what's going on with this Bills defense. Why are these totals just flying up like that? Or is it the Cardinals? See, last week it was Seattle that initiated this move, so I can't really put that on the Bills defense. So when it comes to the Cardinals defense and the Bills defense, I think this touchdown move, I think that's definitely the Bills defense that's causing that. I think Mr. Murray will give them hard time. They'll have a hard time controlling and corralling Mr. Murray. Even though I've heard that they are good against mobile quarterback, this kid's beyond a mobile quarterback. He's shifty. He's a magician. He disappears. 5'10", $185, soaking wet, and speed and shifty. Yeah, they're going to have a hard time getting control of him. I like DeAndre Hopkins in this game. I think he should have a big game. Larry Fitzgerald, Kirk, that offense in Arizona. I like this game to go over the total.
I went the other way here. I think it went up too high. I took it under. I mean, this is one of the highest totals of the week. And I liked it over until it got to 56. And then it just felt like it went too far. You've gone too far here. They both have good offenses. And not great defenses on either side. So I'm with you. I know the Bills are getting healthier. The Cards are hungry. But again, I think it went up too high. I loved it over until it went up a full touchdown. So I just gotta go with the under here. And that's
I'm not sold on that over, I will say. I'm not sold because I do believe that I'm walking into a trap here.
Yeah.
But I'm still it's like I'm still heading in that direction, thinking to myself, this might be a trap as I bet the over. So we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna stick with my first mind and take this game over. I've seen too many of these Bills games just fly over the total because the Bills put up points as well. So yeah, let's see. Maybe too high, but we'll find out here tomorrow.
Yeah, only one way to find out.
Yeah, only one way to find out. Might be a trap, Allie. It might be a trap.
Yep, might be a Craig trap. All right, up next, we've got the Chargers at the Dolphins. This one is at 48.5, and I went over on this one. I think these are like the top 2 rookies that have come out. I hope Joe Burrow gets himself in this mix too, but I like them to show up and play. It's like what you were saying when Tua and Kyler Murray played each other, and pretty sure I took that game. I did. I took it under, but you were absolutely right. These 2 young guys are coming at each other. Miami defense is good, but this rookie on rookie QB kind of a game, I mean, I got to do it. I got to go over this.
Allie, I agree with you. I'm jumping in the car with the over on this one. I think this is really too low. I'm really impressed with these rookie QBs coming out in this class. Mr. Herbert is definitely my number 1 guy, but Tua is showing me something. I've been critical of Alabama quarterbacks in the past, and I've asked people, Dolphin fans, Alabama fans, like, do you guys really like Tua? Do you really think that he's that good? And then when I saw what he did last week, I was like, okay, all right. I feel a little more comfortable. I know it was against Arizona, but he had to actually bring them back, and he did it with no problem. No, cool hand Luke right there. So I like this game to go over the total because Justin Herbert, as long as he's on the field, points will be on the board.
Yeah, points will be scored.
Exactly.
All right. Well, up next, we have the 49ers at the Saints. This number is at 49. Fire away. What do you think?
Allie, I went back and forth with this number because it opened up at 53 and now it's dropped. I told you I don't like the Saints defense. I know they played well last week, but that's the only team that they've actually played well against this entire year. You have injury issues in San Francisco like they've had all year. So you're looking for a change in their offense. Maybe they'll run the ball more, but I've said this before, when Mullins is on the field, he wants to get in the end zone. I mean, that's just his mentality. He doesn't care if they're losing by 35 and there's 3 minutes left on the clock. Like, he's hurry up offense. Let's go, let's go. So I like that motivation when you're trying to bet the over. So I'm going to go with the over in this game, betting against the Saints defense and Mullins' drive and their ability to still put points on the board, even if they get blown out in this game. I like this game to go over the total.
Well, I am with you. It looks like Elliot is with you as well.
Elliot.
Yeah, I kind of liked it under when it was around 54, but it came down too far. And I don't want to overreact to the Saints only holding the Bucks to 3 because that is not what the real situation was on the field. The 49ers are a bit banged up, but this could be a really good spot for them because, like we've said, Saints defense is really nothing that they can't handle. So I think that number of 49, if it was 50, I'd be thinking under, but the 49, I like it to push right on over that. We'll see what happens. Oh, shoot. I didn't switch us for that one.
Okay.
We'll get back to normal. We'll get back to normal here.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So up next we have the Seahawks at the Rams, and that number is 54. I took this one over. They're playing on turf. I feel like Jared Goff is really unreliable. Like, sometimes he looks great, sometimes he's not so great. But the Rams offense is pretty solid. They've got a good passing game. They've got a good inside running game. And the Seahawks defense is terrible, especially in the secondary. We've been saying it all season. So I'm going to look for this one to go under or over. Sugar.
Over. Sugar. Well, sugar, I'm going to jump in the car with you on this one as well. Dome, sweet dome. And Dome, sweet dome with that Seahawks defense. I can't do it. I can't bet an under with this team. The only way I bet an under with the Seahawks is if Russell Wilson isn't playing. That's just the golden rule now. I just can't. I've seen enough. Okay? Just throw a number out there when the Seahawks are playing, and I'm going to take it over.
I like it. I
mean, there's no need for stats and numbers. It's this team and this defense. It's just not there, and they can't stop a nosebleed. It just happens. It's a touchdown, then a field goal, then another touchdown, and before you know it, they've given up 28 points, and we're heading into the second quarter. It's just a bad defense. I just can't stand behind them. Until I see something different, I'll be taking these games over the total.
All right, so we agree again. All right, it's always good when we agree.
It is good when we agree. Good, especially when we get it right.
Yes, exactly.
That part.
So up next, this game has had, it's like the Washington game also. There have been some issues with COVID protocol and stuff like that. So the number has been in and out and up and down and all over the hot damn place. But so Bengals at the Steelers, 46.5 is the number we're going to roll with.
Okay.
What we got right now. So what do you think about that?
Okay, let me see what the original. Okay, so the original I had here, William Hill, was 47.5. So it's ticked down just a little bit. And anytime you're dealing with COVID, of course, you don't really know who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. I believe Big Ben is going to play. How he's feeling, we'll find out tomorrow. But This game, I'm going to take it under the total as well. Division rival, we're going to be in Pittsburgh. The wind there could really cause some problems if that's going to be an issue. Weather could always be an issue. And the Steelers just didn't look good last week. Their offense does not look explosive. Their running game looks okay. Their passing game looked great a few games. All right, it did look really, really good. I think when Claypool had the 4 touchdowns and Ben was just slinging the ball around everywhere, and it made it look really easy. But against that Dallas defense, they struggled. They got out of there by that much. So I like this game to go under the total. I think the Steelers still have a lot of work to do. You heard Mike Tomlin talk about it after the game. We have to start faster.
Right.
Against this Cincinnati team, I think the defense is going to step up as well. I don't think they like what happened with the starter last week, Gilbert. Just being able to sit back there comfortably. They didn't make him uncomfortable at all, and it came down to a throw in the end zone that was batted down. So I like this game to go under the total. Expect more effort from that Steelers defense.
I'm going the other way. And the reason is because of old Joe Burrow.
Joe?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were getting inside tips from our aviators crew. I might need to tap in. I need to tap into that chat room next time.
Not that Joe. Joe Burrow, I think that the Bengals are going to come really hard at the Steelers. This is his opportunity. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. He's the national champion. And we've got Justin Herbert and Tua on the tips of everyone's tongue. No one's talking about him, but the Bengals have been covering. The Bengals have really been improving.
Yes.
And this is that mark on his resume to take out the undefeated Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Right.
I mean, I think he wants this, so I feel like the Bengals offensive line is looking really good. He wants to be a household name. There's a lot of question marks on the Steelers roster, and I get that. But like you said, the passing game is there when it's there. I think this one is going to go over 46. I don't think that's enough points. I'm taking it over. That's where I'm at. Deal with it.
I'm struggling with it now. But all right.
All right. So we've got, I think I missed one on the way down, but we'll do this one and then let me look back up. It's Ravens at the Patriots. This number is at 43. What did I do here? I took it under. I think it's a low number, but the Pats defense isn't very good. Their offense stinks. I think the Ravens are going to capitalize on that defense. And we know Baltimore has a lot of ways that they can score. But I don't think the Pats are going to hold up their end of an over. So I've just got to take it under. I mean, that's just what I have to do there. I have a feeling you're going to disagree. What do you got?
Ali, I'm going to take it under as well. I want to take it over, though. I do want to take it over because I have seen some sort of improvement with the Patriots over the last couple weeks. The problem is I saw this improvement against the Bills and the Jets. And the Baltimore Ravens are not that. I think the Ravens defense is going to give Cam a hard time, to say the least. That offense is not moving the ball in New England. And Baltimore actually, even with the injuries on the offensive line, Baltimore actually played well against the Colts last week. You actually saw Lamar Jackson control the game on offense. He didn't turn the ball over, didn't make a lot of mistakes, and didn't force anything. And I really think that's like a maturation point for him as a quarterback, to see him just kind of take what the defense gives him and does enough to put points on the board and lets his defense win the game for him. So I like this game to go under as well. I think the Baltimore Ravens will score enough, and then they'll let their defense wreak havoc on Cam and those boys.
All right. So we agree on that one, too.
Yeah.
This is the one we kind of skipped by, but this is also one that has been questionable as far as numbers going live.
Okay.
It's Washington at the Lions. 46.5 is the number. Hit it.
Okay. Washington. So this number, I believe it moved up a half a point. Moved up or moved down a half a point. So it hasn't moved. So I'm looking at this dome, sweet dome, right? Take the over. No, you're playing the Washington football team and Detroit. Detroit will be without Galladay again. And reports say that Matthew Stafford's not happy about that. Washington is going to be starting Alex Smith. Last week, he had an all right game. 24 of 32, 325, only 8 incompletions. The problem with that, 3 of those incompletions were interceptions to the other team. One was one that killed the drive at the end of the game where they could have won the game. So, yeah, Alex Smith looked a little better last week. I expect him to improve now that he knows he's going to be the guy. Hope that he stays healthy. But my problem with the Washington football team is here. 9 carries for 37 yards. That's between 2 running backs last week. Detroit will let you run the ball. Ask Dalvin Cook. They'll let anybody 2 feet in a heartbeat, and you could run the ball on the Detroit Lions. But Washington doesn't run the ball. They have Alex Smith throwing the ball for 32 times. I'm taking this game under that total, even though they're in a dome.
I'm with you on this. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of questionable players on both teams, and neither team has been consistently putting up a ton of points. They both kind of score in the 20s, but it's going to be in the low 20s. And I think 46, and like if it was a 44 maybe, but I don't know, 46 and a half just seems high to me. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think that stays under that number.
Under that number. Yeah.
Under the number. So before we go, we do have that promo code to remind you guys about. If you're at picksandparlays.net, type in masters and it'll save you 20% off of everything on the site, which is a dope deal. The other really cool news that we have is that if you're in Las Vegas tomorrow, the Picks and Parlays crew is going to be down at the Westgate, like early morning, 9 a.m., 9:30. So come and meet. Craig Trapp is there. Scott Rickenbaugh is there. Kurt Alexander is there. Allie Burns is there. So we've got free t-shirts to give out, free picks, free parlays. It's just going to be a really fun day of drinking beers, eating food, and watching football and making some money. Are you so excited, Kurt? This is going to be our best day of work ever.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. That's going to be pretty awesome.
Craig told me to make sure I have my big girl drinking pants on. And I was like, you don't even know, Craig, okay? I live for day drinking in a sports book.
Don't worry, Allie. I got your back.
I told Kurt, I was like, can you just make sure I don't get too drunk?
Yeah.
It's going to be a really, really good day. And we'll have more in the future. I know Elliot's missing us, but we're definitely going to be doing more of these in the future.
Right.
College basketball comes around, we'll do one for that, and et cetera. Maybe Super Bowl. Who knows? But yeah, so that's the deal. So don't forget, Wednesdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. is the Eastern time, is the Picks and Parlays live cap with me, Nick Parsons, and a special guest. And then every Saturday, next Saturday is going to be a good one for Total Chaos. Kurt Alexander is going to go head-to-head with Sean Higgs, another Picks and Parlays handicapper, and that I'm really excited to see how that's going to go. You can pick on somebody your own size.
Oh, geez. I'm gonna get ready for Sean just the way I get ready for you. Total domination. Let's go.
Total domination. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and come down to the Westgate tomorrow at 10 a.m. and check us out.